Let's move on to Spar. It's a wholesaler supplying its franchisee-owned grocery stores around the region and also in Ireland.
Yep, and we're going to have to be quick about these because we went on too long. But remember, Spar brings with it also the Tops, the Build It, and recently a business in Switzerland. So
there is a Spar in Davos.
Yes,
as
Davos,
we see at the World Economic Forum every year. 29.9 billion rand, a PE of 15.3, dividend yield here of 4.2%. Share price graph will give you a sense of where we are.
Yeah, I took a dive, and that's because the recent results out in the last few weeks showed that, you know, earnings were sort of around flat, depending on whether you looked at headline or otherwise. So that's a bit of a concern. Does have the global benefit of these other businesses now. Switzerland, actually, margins looking not so great. So I would avoid
Not so sure about global benefit these days, but that's another whole discussion.
Yes,
and we don't have time today. Exactly.
But I think, you know, in summary, I mean, it's a good, well-run business, a good run business. But I would say
very good.
Not hot on Spar. I think they've got to, you know, deal with the wind.
So you're not hot.
Yeah, not hot on that one.
Massmart trades as Game, Builders Warehouse that is, DionWired, Cambridge, and CBW.
Interesting, and there we mentioned earlier at the top of the show that Walmart has this 51% stake. Although that was taken at 148 Rand a share, almost like, it must be approaching 7 or 8 years ago now.
Market cap 24 billion Rand, PE of 18.5, dividend yield of 2.7%. Let's see how much money they have lost since they bought it. And I'm talking about Walmart here, having, as you say, bought in at 140 Rand, and we're trading close to 105 now.
Yeah, so that's not great. And I don't know exactly what they're doing with the investment, because many of us expected a much more aggressive rollout of the Walmart brand,
rebranding,
and Walmart deals, and
utilizing that Walmart brand that is so well known globally.
To be fair to them, Macro is a good brand that people do like to defend and support. Game is there or thereabouts. Quite a lot of new things being done at Game.
Builders Warehouse in this current environment.
That's a good business. You know, that
so
remains
people
a
will,
very
and even in a tough economic environment, people like to do their own little renovations. So they'll visit Builders Warehouse and come back.
Do home renovations rather than buying and selling properties or getting too excited about that.
Hot, not?
I'm going to go not hot. I still think that in some senses earnings volatility and the lack of sort of really compelling and aggressive business rollout leaves me a little bit cautious. So.